For 10 years, actually 15 years, I've been eating the same breakfast every single morning. It's the single biggest reason I've stayed at 10% body fat or even lower without counting the single calorie. This isn't about genetics, it's about simple system that everyone can use. Today, I'll show you the 3-minute recipe plus a few simple tweaks that might make it even better for fat loss and keeping you full for hours. Hi, my name is Boris Kish. I'm an IFBB license coach, professional nutritionist, and the super heavyweight bodybuilding competitor in the over 100 kilo category, which is over 220 pounds on stage. I'm 6'4" tall, which is 193 centimeters. Welcome to my channel. Now, before we start, I would like to divide this video just for you into 3 actually simple parts. One is, how to organize your calories, your macros. Why did I design this breakfast like this? I mean, did I design it? Actually, it's something that really works for me, and it's super simple, and I'm pretty sure that it will work for you as well. So, I mean, that's the first part. The second part would be the hardcore version of the breakfast. How I take it, how it's even quicker. It can be done in 1 minute. And the last one is how to take it properly when you are having breakfast with your family, with your wife, do you understand, with your children, so that you don't look like a improper beast or animal, that doesn't have time for anything during your day that I pretty much didn't have back then. So, I mean, this is designed if you're following, the calorie input that is around 2,500 calories per day. As I always suggested to you, it's around 200 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, 50 grams of carbs. This is roughly 2,500 calories that you don't have to go below if you want to achieve 10% of body fat, because you will feel honestly like crap. Whenever I did that, unfortunately, in my career, I felt like crap. I mean, of course, if you're training properly, right, as I'm pretty sure that you are, if you're doing some cardio after the gym, if you're training at least 4 times per week, in the gym, 500 calories is more than enough, and you don't have to eat 5-6 times like an IFBB pro. 3 times per day is enough. So let's go to the finally breakfast part, how I eat, what I do to have this quick breakfast before I go anywhere. And before I go to explain you that, I would really like to tell you, the main point of having a good breakfast. I'm a big believer in good breakfast, because if you don't eat a proper breakfast early in the morning, you're going to be hungry during the lunchtime. If you convince yourself that you are hungry, that you're fasting, that you don't eat that breakfast early in the morning, then the lunchtime comes and you're starving probably, right, as I did, and then you eat who knows what, and you say, okay, this day is going to be for cheat meal, and everything goes to hell. So the main point of this breakfast is that you're full and that you're completely, how can I say, okay till the midday or till the 2-3 p.m. when it's time that you have lunch. So how does the quick one looks? The quick one looks, I always take the whey isolate, you can take also concentrate if you find some good one. You can take a protein blend, doesn't have to be really hydrolyzed, but any good way is okay. I personally like to find the sweet spot, and that's whey isolate. I take 4 spoons, 4 measurements, that's around roughly almost 100 grams of protein, right? So this is for the breakfast, it's easy. I put it in blender, like a big blender that is at least 600 watts, because I like to blend a little bit ice with that. And I put the main carb ingredients is oats or porridge. I prefer porridge. Here in Vienna, Austria, there is oatmeal. You know, you can buy oatmeal, you can buy porridge. Porridge costs like five times more. It's not super expensive. I don't know how much it costs over there, you know, but here is like 3 euros for half kilo porridge. So I put 150 grams of porridge in that blender. I put 100 grams of whey. That's it. I blend it with ice, I sip it, boom, I'm done with the breakfast. Why? There I had 100 grams of protein. In 150 grams of porridge I have, again, another 100 grams of carbs, mostly with fibers, that is super good for your digestion, right? And I have there around 15 grams of fats. That's super good, super convenient, and this is finished in 30 seconds. You know, I honestly did this for the last 15 years, maybe even more. When I forget, I always regret. This actually rhymes. But when I take it, I'm honestly full for at least 4 hours, and trust me, I'm a gourmand, how do you say this in English? And I really, really like to eat. Before we go to the family one, that is around 3 minutes, I would really like to inform you that I created 3 completely training splits that you can get for free. Join my coaching newsletter and I'll send them straight to your email. Now the family one, it's the same. You can put a little bit more ingredients if you want. This is how I do it. I mean, if you have also someone that's visiting you, you don't want to do that, you know, you want to eat normal with somebody who is eating with you, you can first, I put this protein, the same one, in the blender. I blend it because, you know, if you put it in the boiling pot, that's the next step. If you put the protein there directly, you can get this, I don't know how it's explained in English, you know, those little balls that are dry inside and wet on the outside, and then you cannot eat and drink this properly. It looks really like crap, right? Like shit. So first you blend the protein, you know, and in a little water. You don't have to put a lot of water. You know, you usually buy the mineral water from the supermarket without gas, and you blend that protein so that it's properly mixed. Then you boil in the pot, right? Maybe, I don't know, 1 liter of water so that you get this porridgey effect, so that it's not really thick, you know, for some construction building material. So it's really important that you put enough water. That's up to you how much water will you put. I actually prefer when it's a little bit thicker. So you boil the water. It doesn't have to boil, but that it's really hot, you know, and you know, then slowly you put the protein, you mix it with a spoon so that it's properly really mixed, and then you put this 150 grams of porridge, right? So the same measurement, and then, you know, you turn the oven off, you leave it until it cools down a little bit. But the point is, you know, that the water is hot. It doesn't have to be boiling so that you can eat actually right away, not that you make this in 3 minutes and that you have to wait 20 minutes until it gets cold, because then you did nothing, right? It's not 3 minutes, it's a scam episode and we don't want that. So, and when it's really all mixed and colder, not really cold, but when you do have this proper, you know, temperature, like in the Golden Ox story, if you remember that one when you were young, you put it in your plate, and honestly, additionally, you can put a little bit cinnamon on the top. It tastes fantastic, and I would actually prefer to put, if I'm eating it like that, not from the feet when I'm standing up, maybe 1 spoon of good organic honey. But look that it's really good organic honey, you know, that's not some cheap shit made from the bees that were eating sugar, but really good honey, not more than 1 spoon, because it's almost sugar. But if it's organic honey, then it's pretty healthy. You can mix a little bit of that, but that count in your calorie intake for the day. So you have these 2 versions of breakfast that will keep you full for at least 4 to 6 hours, and it's prepared super easy peasy. If you like this content that is real, raw, unfiltered, uncut, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And I would like to ask you that you tell me, write me in the comment section, what is your must-have breakfast that you're eating for long time that works, you might actually help somebody here, and I also highly suggest that you look this episode over here where I explain in details what to buy on daily basis, every day, what to prepare, so you don't have to also have a headache when, your day starts and you have to think what to do and what to not to do. And as always, I'll see you there.